What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. In this video, I have three major changes here that are going on here for 2025 with credit scores, credit reporting, and the credit bureaus that you need to know about. And then I'm also going to give you a breaking news details here on a ruling that just happened here as well regarding these issues here within the last 24 hours. So this is all happening here underneath the Trump administration and all happening here in 2025. Some major details here. So if you're working on your credit, if you want to know about these details, I'm going to give you all this here right now. This is very important for Americans and for millions and millions of people, and we're going to get into it right now here. So we are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. So let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below to our YouTube It's Jimmy Show and help me reach 500,000 subscribers. We're very close here. And click the bell icon after subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos. It's completely free to do so. All right, take a look here. Here is the first update that has happened here in 2025, and this actually is still in the process here. Yeah, so the CFPB, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, which President Donald Trump is changing here. He's doing massive changes to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And some people think he's in the process of completely shutting down, but he's definitely in the process of gutting it. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau finalizes a rule to remove medical bills from credit reports. This happened in January, but it's still in the process of happening here. Final rule will remove billions of dollars of medical debts from credit reports and end coercive debt collection practices that will weaponize the credit reporting system. Today, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, I'll make this bigger here. Today, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau finalized a rule that will remove an estimated $49 billion in medical bills from the credit reports of about 15 million Americans. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's action will ban the inclusion of medical bills on credit reports used by lenders and prohibit lenders from using medical information in their lending decisions. The rule will increase privacy protection and prevent debt collectors from using the credit reporting system to coerce people to pay bills they don't owe. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this here in the comment section. The CFPB has found that medical debts provide little predictive value to lenders about borrowers' ability to repay other debts, such as your house or your car. And consumers frequently report receiving inaccurate bills or being asked to pay bills that should have been covered by insurance or financial assistance programs. Quote, people who get sick shouldn't have their financial future upended, said the CFPB director Rohit Chopra. The CFPB finals rule will close a special carve-out that has allowed debt collectors to abuse the credit reporting systems to coerce people into paying medical bills they may not even owe. However, this is going to take a couple months to go into full effect, which could go all the way into April. And the Trump administration is making significant changes to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which we will see how that ends. So I will keep you up to date on this here. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Now, just as a sidebar here, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has also been ordering the three major credit bureaus. You can see right here, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau ordered Equifax to pay $15 million for improper investigations of credit reporting errors, saying Equifax failed to conduct adequate investigations of disputed information in credit reports. Also, holding credit reporting companies accountable for junk data and fees with information here that against TransUnion, as well as the CFPB took action against a rental screening subsidy of TransUnion. Details here, I'm not going to go through all this, but you guys can look up this stuff here. The CFPB sued credit reporting company Experian for unlawfully failing to properly investigate consumer disputes, among other things. So, you guys can let me know your thoughts on the CFPB looking out for consumers. I personally think it's a really good thing here. Now, another thing that will soon be on your credit reports are BNPLs, which are buy now, pay later loans, which a lot of people use to finance their purchases. This can actually help a lot of people as they're looking to rebuild their credit. The popularity of BNPL, buy now, pay later loans, have skyrocketed over the past couple years, or even the past year, as people have spent more time shopping online due to the pandemic. A recent study by Ascent has found that 56% of consumers reported using a buy now, pay later service at least once, up from 38% over the previous year, reflecting an increase of nearly 48%. However, consumers should be aware of the potential risks and downsides of using these type of loans. Unlike credit cards, many BNPL loans, especially short-term loans, are not reported to credit bureaus. As a result, when younger or subprime borrowers opt for BNPL loans, their credit scores usually won't be affected by an on-time BNPL payment. However, now the three major U.S. credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, are seeking to change this by including information concerning the BNPL loans on their credit reports. So, as millions and millions of Americans are now starting to use these services, and presumably a lot of people are paying them on time, this can actually boost people's credit scores as they start to get reported to the credit bureaus. On the other hand, if you don't pay your bills on time, this could hurt you. With the age-old saying, if you do the right thing, it'll help you. If you don't do the wrong thing, well, it's going to end up hurting you. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this. Change number 3, and then I'll tell you the change that just happened here in the last 24 hours. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac credit score transition has been put on hold. So, we have started to recently see here a planned implementation of a new credit score requirement for single-family loans that was being taken into effect here, or that was going to be taken into effect here which was presumably going to be good here by the government and was going to be used here for real estate and by the FHA. Okay. Under the policy, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac would replace the current FICO credit score models with a new model, FICO 10T and Vantage Score 4.0. Under these new models, this would transition from requiring the old 3 credit score reports for 2 or single-family loans. The changes were originally set to take place in the 4th quarter of this year. However, in a new notice, the FHFA said it has pushed back the implementation to now a to-be-determined date. The American Bankers Associations and 4 associations last year requested changes, saying greater transparency was needed to ensure a smooth transition to the new model. And they had previously raised concerns about the public comment process for the initial rule and urged the agency to provide more time for stakeholder feedback and public feedback to this new model. So I'll keep you up to date on that. Next up, within the last day, the American Banking Association has supported a new resolution to overturn the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau medical debt rule. The American Banking Association today expressed support for a newly introduced Congressional Review Act resolution that would overturn the CFPB's rule on reporting of medical debt. The 2025 final rule required reporting agencies to remove medical debt and medical bills from credit reports. The rule also prohibits lenders from considering medical information when making lenders' decisions. Quote, the CFPB's final rule disregards creditors' legitimate need for medical debt information and the effects suppressing this information would have banks' lending risk, consumers' default risk, and the availability of credit, the ABA said. Quote, prohibiting consideration of medical debt in credit underwriting would reduce lenders' ability to understand consumers' credit risk and the ability to repay. As a result, it is likely to cause significant adverse consequences to banks and consumers, including causing tightening credit standards, which means they may have to raise interest rates if they don't have this, from what I understand, if they don't have this information on medical debt anymore, if they can't use it. The American Banking Association pointed out that the CFPB's own minimal analysis shows that medical debt has a predictive value and said that the Bureau's rule relied heavily on a decade-plus old study and on data reflecting consumers' experiences during the pandemic. Moreover, the ABA noted that market participants have already adjusted how they consider medical debt in order to weigh it appropriately in credit score models. So, as I said, this is actually all kind of in the works here. Will this actually be overturned, or will medical debt not ever be shown on credit scores ever again? Let me know your thoughts here. And remember, a lot of other countries don't even have such a thing as medical debt. And if you get sick and you're fighting for your life, should that actually go against you and, cause you to go bankrupt? A lot of people have a lot of different opinions on this. If you get cancer, you get a brain disease, if you get, anything, leukemia, any of those things, should it cause you to go bankrupt? Should it cause you to go into debt by thousands or who knows how much? And with the price of insurance, it's skyrocketing literally by the year. I definitely have some feelings about it, and yeah, it's wild. It's wild. The United States is really the only major country that makes you pay for medical the way we do. And trust me, it's insane the amount that medical costs nowadays. So I'll keep you up to date here on all this and everything going on here in our country on a daily basis, including the Trump 2025 stimulus checks, Social Security raises and increases, and more. So make sure to subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. And also share this video with anybody that needs to hear this information. Click here to see the latest about Trump's stimulus checks for 2025, or click here to see the latest about the new Social Security checks that just went out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the